Hello everyone, welcome to All the Film Things. I'm your host Elizabeth. Today we are celebrating the holiday season by talking about Frank Capra's 1946 Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Joining me today are my good friends Cole and Joshua. Thank you both for being here today.
Wait, why does his name get to be first?
I think Joshua probably should have.
Yeah, I'm the one who wrote this movie.
All right, a little context for everyone. Of our group of friends who are film aficionados, these two I'm the closest with, but they also give me the hardest time. So,
Aw, we're close. That's nice of you to say. That's sweet.
Pervert.
Glad that you think that. Pervert. I think you're just afraid of emotional attachment, Joshua.
Let's get into that after the podcast.
After the podcast.
Yeah, why after?
Tell him to delay his mental health till after the podcast. What a great boss we have.
Anyway, Joshua, you chose today's episode topic. Is It's a Wonderful Life your favorite Christmas film?
I feel like you already know the answer to this, but to the audience, yes, it is. See, I'm calling out your fakeness. This is Fallon.
Joshua picked the topic?
I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Kinda. I wanted to talk about Wonderful Life. I don't even know. She's gaslighting you guys.
Oh my God.
I just said this was my favorite Christmas movie. And then you gaslit me and Cole.
I thought you asked both of us, like, oh, you like that movie? Let's do a podcast.
This is how she gets us.
And then now it's, oh, it was Joshua's idea.
No.
Right.
It was you and Max that were like, you wanted to talk about It's a Wonderful Life. Max said Home Alone. So then I texted Cole, all right, of the two, which do you prefer? He said It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. So he was the third.
You texted me?
What?
When did you text me?
This was like, what? I got one question in.
Ding, ding. You hear that? Ding, ding.
No, I don't
That's the
hear that.
gaslight coming on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Joshua, have you been watching this film since you were a kid?
Kinda. I've seen it once when I was a kid, like 8, maybe 9.
Have you been watching it through the years?
I take my breaks.
Okay. Cole, how about you?
I was wondering when you were gonna ask me a question.
Where does this film rank on your favorite Christmas film list?
Oh, this is number 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good.
We're in agreement, Josh.
Okay, yeah, number 1. It is. See, why didn't you ask me that question? That's a question I could have easily answered.
Did I not ask you what your favorite Christmas film is?
On record?
Yes, that was my first question.
But you asked me where does it rank, and you asked him if it was his favorite.
It ranks number 1.
It's the way you would word it.
I hope everyone listening is enjoying this.
The audience is not going to be happy with you after this.
Yeah, probably.
Are you gonna ask me a follow-up?
Yes, I was, Cole. Thank you. Have you been watching this film since you were a kid, too?
No. I watched it for the first time 2019, so I would have been 17 at the time. And I actually only watched, like, the back half of the movie. I don't remember what part I started at. I think it was the bank part, where they're, like, trying to get the money for the bank so they can close. And he gives away all his vacation money. And then I watched from there on. And then I never watched it all the way through until last Christmas.
Wow.
Last Christmas.
Good Christmas song.
Yes. Anyway.
Because it's Wham originally.
That is true.
So that scene in particular, I found really interesting because we always hear about the Great Depression and how it starts, but it's like this mystery person who started it, right? That mystery person who went into the bank one day, kind of started the Great Depression.
Right.
And we're seeing it happen and unfolds in this film. I thought that was so cool because I don't think I've seen a film portray that, right?
We'll give you some points for that. That was a very good question, Elizabeth. Very astute observation. All right, audience. Don't cancel her just yet.
Joshua, since you have been watching this film over time, do you find that you appreciate this film more and more over time?
I do. Yeah, it's better, obviously smarter than when I was a kid, so I do appreciate it more.
I was going to make a joke, but I'll keep...
See, audience, this is what she does. She bullies us.
When it first came out in theaters, did you see it like opening night, or did you wait till later?
How dare you? See, she's brainwashed Cole against me. Call 911 if you don't hear from me anymore. I'm an old man, elderly abuse.
Were there moments and themes that you didn't understand as a kid, but you understand now that you're older? Like, I was thinking about the suicide moment where he was about to jump into the water.
I feel like that was pretty clear, actually.
Really? You understood that as a kid?
I mean, someone's about to kill themselves. I feel like it's kind of...
I don't know if as a kid...
He was trying to kill himself?
Yeah.
He's being sarcastic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy. An hour and a half's going to fly right by.
It is, yeah.
So I know you said you take breaks when watching this film, but is this a film that you try and watch every year during the holiday season?
Maybe not every year, but like if I'm going to watch a Christmas movie, it's probably this one. There's not too many other ones that are worth watching.
You should watch The Apartment.
Okay, that's fair.
I love that one. That's my favorite Christmas.
This is about It's a Wonderful Life. It's not about
Yeah, what?
random Christmas movies.
Senile.
What'd you say?
The tapes will record what I said.
What makes this film a classic?
It came out in the 1950s.
It's in black and white.
1946.
Oh, wow. Even older.
Yeah. Cole is also senile.
Black and white.
James Stewart.
The audio sounds real old, real classic-like.
Frank Capra, as Elizabeth said.
Who's that?
Also-
Is that the angel?
It's the director.
I love Clarence.
Henry Travers is Clarence.
Didn't you love Clarence? He's so funny.
I mean, I did like him.
He got his wings
He does.
in heaven.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the cast because some of these names aren't big now.
Well, I didn't recognize Donna Reed from anything, but
What? Donna Reed, the Donna Reed show.
I didn't.
Oh, like movies.
No, I hadn't seen her before. But Gloria Grahame, I was shocked that she was in it. They just dedicated a whole month to her on TCM.
Was she the one that liked him?
Vivian, yeah.
Yeah. Violet. It says Violet here. Violet Bick.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the one who was trying to steal.
Yeah, she was trying to get him.
Skank.
Cancel.
Let's see. So
What's his wife's name?
Mary.
Mary Hatch Bailey.
She was so good.
No, I love Donna Reed, yeah.
She was his rock. Like, she always helped him. Even when he came back home at the end, she wasn't there. Where was she? She was out looking for him. After all the yelling and everything.
Donna Reed's pretty good. Like, speaking of her, she had the Donna Reed show, which was pretty big deal. Like, I don't watch it, but it's like a sitcom. But she didn't really do many movies, which is weird.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that strange? And then Lionel Barrymore, I'm pretty sure that has to be some relation to Drew Barrymore.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Okay,
There's a whole lineage of Barrymores in Hollywood.
yeah. But yeah, Donna Reed's just a weird career. Doesn't really have movies in there at all. She says she's most notably known as a middle-class American mother in the sitcom The Donna Reed Show. Yeah, it's very formulaic.
Interesting. So I want to read the IMDb plot summary.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Cole. An angel is sent from heaven to help a desperately frustrated businessman by showing him what life would have been like if he had never existed. Now, this plot summary really explains the last, 20 minutes or so, third act of the film. If I read that before I watched the film, I felt like that would be a spoiler.
Which part?
That whole
That he's
statement.
depressed? Or the angel comes?
Well, yeah, an angel sent from heaven, because in the beginning we don't quite know that. I mean, this was the first time I fully watched It's a Wonderful Life all the way through. I had seen parts of it,
Oh,
but
with your dad?
every year he watches it. The past few years he hasn't, but he did for a long time, and there were a few scenes, like the scene where her robe is slipped off and she's in the bushes. I remember that scene, and I remember Jimmy Stewart at the bar.
Kind of a racy scene, speaking of that.
It is! That was almost cringy. Like, it was getting to the point of, uncomfortable.
In the bushes?
Yeah, like the way he was holding the robe and not giving it to her, just playing around. It was getting too much, and then luckily, well, not luckily, he gets the news that his dad had a stroke.
Oh.
Oh, wait, okay, so this is based on A Christmas Carol, by the way. I knew there were similarities.
I wrote about Scrooge. I had a would you rather question for you both.
Hit us with the would you rather.
I'm trying to find my other paper.
Would you rather be Scrooge McDuck's nephew or Scrooge McDuck himself? That's the question, correct? I'd rather be the nephew. The nephews don't really get in trouble, nor do they have to go through the coming of age or any of that. They're just nephews.
Isn't Scrooge McDuck pretty wealthy, though?
He is, but I feel like in the minds of the people, he's always just Scrooge. No one thinks about when he becomes
What point of Scrooge are you? Are you going to be post-awakening Scrooge or pre-awakening?
See, that's why I want to be nephew. Nephew gets rid of all.
He doesn't have an awakening.
Yeah, you're just nephew.
A child forever?
Yeah.
All right,
What's the would you rather? You got
I
it?
found it. Would you rather have the Scrooge experience or the George Bailey experience?
So would you rather be...
Would you rather be visited by the ghost of Christmas past, future, and present, or the George Bailey experience where you're seeing what life would be like if you didn't exist?
I feel like Scrooge is better.
Oh, really? I was going to say...
Does he ever get threatened that he's going to lose his money in Scrooge? I can't remember.
Christmas Carol was scary to me.
Really?
The cartoon.
See, I don't remember. Everyone talks about the cartoon, but I only remember an old live action version.
After your time, probably.
Probably. I don't think they had cartoons when I was a little boy.
They were in black and white.
Well, it came out in 2000.
You just had the radio.
5. 5 or 6.
Is that the Jim Carrey one you're talking about?
Is it Jim Carrey?
Is it a full cartoon or is it like...
It is a full cartoon for
That was like 2009 or
Christmas Carol.
Because the 3D one is the Jim Carrey. It's like a 3D cartoon looking, like Polar Express looking.
yeah, it looked somewhat realistic.
Yeah, kind of creepy.
So you would say
Because I feel like he sees the ghost, but like I don't think he loses his... I gotta read it. I don't want to spoil it for myself. But maybe I'll read that as a Christmas treat to myself.
that's nice.
I go with George Bailey.
I mean, he does have a good... But then he's married to Donna Reed. And that was a pretty sweet ending. Like, I feel like she was pretty loyal and, like, good to him.
Mm-hmm.
He does have, like, a little kid. You know what? Maybe I'll switch.
Is the question more like, who do you want to be? Or the experience? Like,
The experience.
which night would you rather have?
Yeah, which would you rather? Would you rather be visited by the 3 ghosts, or would you rather see what life would be like if you didn't exist?
And I would rather an angel versus a ghost as well, so...
Yeah. And I can help him get his wings.
Yes, and another would you rather question. I actually have 2. I've never done these before. Would you rather have angel wings or free wings from your favorite restaurant for life?
Oh, my goodness. I was not expecting that.
Oh. You know, I am a chicken wing guy, Elizabeth.
Same. I do love chicken wings.
I once ate chicken wings 8 days in a row.
You did what?
8 chicken wings 8 days in a row.
I did a hot ones challenge all by myself.
I wanted to see that.
No, I'm kidding. I did not.
Oh.
I don't like hot wings. I like sweet wings.
Like barbecue?
Like teriyaki.
Mango habanero. Can you tolerate that?
Maybe. I've never had it.
They're very good.
So would you rather have the angel wings or free wings for life from your favorite restaurant?
I don't know, because how would I wear a shirt if, like, I had angel wings?
What powers come with being angel wings?
I'd have to wear, like, a backless shirt.
What is the benefit of having angel wings?
Fly.
You could fly. You can help people.
I think the thing about
Wow, he completely missed that, huh?
I could help people.
Yeah.
I could feed people with all the wings I get.
That is also true.
Oh, you got me there.
And I could free up all my money because I would never have to buy food again because I'd have chicken wings. Think how much money you save, then I could use that money for good.
That's a good point.
So what's your answer?
I could be an angel investor with all the money I saved. Also, if you're flying, the oxygen's going to start to thin out on you once you get to a certain height.
Maybe I wouldn't fly too high.
The air pressure would get to you, and you get sunburned quite often.
See, I wouldn't have to worry about the sun. I've never been sunburned.
Oh, once you get up there, you're going to get sunburned.
Would you?
Just wait till you get up in the air. You ever looked out the window on a plane?
Yeah.
It's bright as heck.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like I still wouldn't get
Imagine
burned.
just you're naked under the sun.
Yeah, I wouldn't be naked.
He would have the wings and the hoodie.
Your back would be naked because how would the wings poke out?
I would just cut like a nice square in the back. I'd wear like a tank top, but with no back. But no, a lumbar support.
Like a reverse crop top?
Exactly.
Joshua in a crop top.
Like belly covered and then like a hook over the top?
Yeah, everything except this part would be nice.
And it would be like a front,
Yeah, there'd be a front.
but like a front strap almost.
Well, why would I need a strap?
Well, because how would you keep the shirt on? Like you got to keep it around your neck.
Oh, crap.
I'm debating on editing this part out or keeping it in.
This is good stuff. You asked the question.
I know, but you
You wanted a weird answer.
didn't ask for a weird answer. I just
did.
asked for an answer.
What's next? Would you rather
No, I don't have any
would you
more.
rather eat Jelly Bellies or not have a
Let's
belly
not go
button?
down this rabbit hole, okay?
Question? What would you rather?
No,
Eat Jelly Bellies or no belly button?
Cole. Don't feed
The
into...
jelly bean, jelly belly?
Yeah.
Anyway. I wanted to talk about the opening and closing shot because it's the same.
It's the house, right?
It's a bell, the giant bell.
Because every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
Yes.
That rhymes. I didn't know that rhymed. What's the opening? Are you pulling up a picture?
Well, it's Google Images isn't getting it right. They're just showing random pictures of It's a Wonderful Life. And these are all wrong. Correct? These are the stars. So that's really the opening scene, right?
The opening scene, I did want to talk about the opening scene because it's so,
The stars.
well, not just that, how it starts with the different voices of, can we help him? I owe everything to George Bailey. Help him, dear father. And it's so many different people talking about him. And that's how we're introduced to the character of George Bailey. We don't see him, but we hear all these voices of people like caring for him, which we later realize after he's gone off, people are trying to help him. People are looking for him.
This says the opening scene is the downtown.
Yeah, so that downtown shot is right after the credits, I believe. The cinematography in the beginning.
Oh, this one?
No, that's towards the end. That's a little bell.
With the bell.
Yes, but that's color.
Yeah, someone colorized it. It's the same film, though. They just colorized it.
Yes, but in the 80s, there was like a whole phase where they colored black and white films.
Some I'm okay with, but this one should not be in color.
I like this as black and white.
Yeah.
No, if it's in black and white, don't color it. Like, I don't.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain movies where I think, like, for example, have you seen A Shop Around the Corner?
Yes.
Very good, isn't it?
I think it was last year or the year before I started watching that to become like one of my traditional Christmas films. I love that film. That's funny. That's a funny film.
I think I put it maybe as a unbiased high 7s out of 10, like a 7.7 out of 10.
That's fair.
But like biased, it may be like an 8.5.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite a jump though.
Because like I feel like it does have its flaws just because it's old.
His love interest in that was one of his longtime friends, but she was Henry Fonda's first wife.
Yes, I know about these things.
Isn't that cool?
And some people think that he also loved her, James Stewart.
Really?
There's rumors, but she was also just a very good friend, so I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, the three of them like grew up together.
Yeah, and she's the one who like encouraged him to start acting. Or there's some story about like she thought he was special because apparently Jimmy Stewart was like pretty shy and like kind of introverted back then. But she took a shot on him.
Yeah.
I like her. She's a good actress.
Yeah, she was very good. That's a film that people don't talk about it as much. They always focus on It's a Wonderful Life, but that one's good too.
It is. This one's better, but that one's weird because it's set in Budapest, which is strange.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have guessed that.
Because they don't have accents and they're all American. Yeah. They just have Hungarian names, which is strange. Good movie though.
Yeah, very good movie.
Top 5 Christmas, I'd say.
Okay. Again, with the cinematography, the way they restored this film, the look in the opening sequence around the town, stunning. Stunning just images of the town.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Where was it shot? Is it a real town?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, Josh was by the computer.
Our research and development team was not on it before the podcast.
Hey.
I have
I'm just kidding.
9 pages.
It was a low blow.
It was.
It's just nice to ask a question that you didn't have the answer to.
That's fair.
It felt kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, Elizabeth. Usually you have the answer. Usually I'll be like, well, what about so-and-so? And you're like, actually, I researched it and I have it in my notes.
That is true.
This time you're like, I don't know. Joshua will look it up.
Right? You put it on me. Like, what the heck?
Oh my God. So the camera work in this film I thought was particularly
Oh, it's in a studio. It's Culver City, California.
Okay. I read that this film, it was kind of like The Shining and Fight Club. When it came out, it wasn't a hit. And then over time, it became a beloved Christmas classic. And it's interesting because, as I mentioned before, the Christmas part of the film is only in the third act, towards the end, basically what the IMDb summary talks about. Most of the film, there's no mention of Christmas, it's just a regular film. And then it becomes Christmassy when it gets to Christmas Eve, and that's when, they lose the $8,000.
I did notice that, yeah.
Yeah. Some people question whether this is a Christmas film, but
I would say so.
It is.
And then it's based off A Christmas Carol, somewhat.
Well, I think we had this conversation last year, too, about what is a Christmas film.
Prometheus is technically part of that list I found out recently.
Oh.
There's a part where Idris Elba is like putting a mini Christmas tree on a pool table. And I was like, I don't remember this at all. But someone posted the screenshots.
okay.
But this does have the common themes of a Christmas movie.
That's also true.
Yes.
About family and
Gifts.
that's the main one, family. The meaning of life.
Community?
Yeah.
Helping others?
I'd say so.
Merry Christmas.
Is that your Jimmy impression?
Who's Jimmy?
Stewart.
Oh. You mean George? George. Oh, also in research and development, I found that the bridge that George jumps off of is in Seneca Falls, New York.
Ah, okay. So they filmed in both New York and California.
I don't know if they filmed it in New York, but it's like based off that bridge, basically. I don't know if they went there. 'Cause that sounds expensive.
Yeah, it does.
But like Bedford Falls, I think, is based on Seneca Falls, New York.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is what I saw here too on Wikipedia.
You're fact-checking on Wikipedia for us.
Research and development team, Joshua and Cole over here.
Yeah, someone said the town in mind he had was Califon, New Jersey. I don't know where that is. So there's some conflicting things, but most people say Seneca Falls. Others, like myself, say Jacksonville.
The first person to ever say that, then.
You think it's based on Jacksonville?
Of course, the snow, like the bridge.
Oh, he's being I thought he was going to have a deep message.
Oh,
No, he never does.
Now, granted, during the time period, I feel like Jacksonville was probably more on the radar, weirdly enough, because
of the Hollywood stuff?
yeah, and just, I don't know, sometimes you go back in time and like there's random stuff that brings up Jacksonville and it's like weird. Like the further you go back, the more relevant we are.
Jacksonville is historically notable, I will say.
So in the beginning, we see George at 12, and he says, I wish I had $1 million. And then soon into when we see James Stewart, the adult version or the more teenage version, he says, I wish I had $1 million. Do you think by the end of the film, he did get $1 million?
Oh,
No.
No?
That's a lot of money at that time.
I know.
I don't think
No,
he
they
cares.
just gave him like enough. Probably each person gave him like $100, $50.
His brother, when he did a toast to him, and he says, cheers to the richest man in Bedford Falls, or...
That was a metaphor.
Oh, really?
Because the whole thing was like, he's the richest man, not in terms of money, but he has his friends and he has his family and he's well loved. Love is like the most precious thing you can have. His brother was saying it as a metaphor.
That kind of echoes the note Clarence gave him at the end.
Mm-hmm. No man is a failure who has friends.
You have it memorized?
Yeah, I love that quote.
Oh my gosh.
I think about it all the time.
Really?
Thanks for the wings.
Well, is it true? What?
Thanks for the
yeah.
win.
That's what he says. Thanks for the wings. I'm reading it here.
Oh, well, Cole gets extra points for knowing it off the top of his head.
Well, because I loved the movie when I first saw it. But that was one of the things that stuck out to me. Because I watched it too, like at a, I don't want to say transitionary period in my life, but my senior year of high school, I was like growing up and I felt like the film had a lot of effect on me at the time, the messaging. So I think about it all the time.
That's nice.
Yes, it is. Is it true?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, no, I believe that's the way I try to live my life.
What about you, Joshua?
I don't know. Because it's saying a failure. What does that have to do with friendship? That's the thing. Like, I get it's good to have friends, but no man is a failure.
I guess it's like the way, it's kind of like the type of friendships you have. I think like real friendships, like you have real friendships, you know. When I think about it deeper, it's more like if you treat people well, you live your life helping other people and living a good life, then that will always come back around to you.
I believe that's true.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
If that's what they mean, I give them points for that. Because, yeah, like if you take care of your friends, I mean, they should try and help you out at least.
Because he didn't really have, like, he didn't have friends. The way he treated people, it wasn't friendship. It was more like these people were his family, even though they weren't his blood necessarily. But he would, you know, take his shirt off the back for him, do whatever they needed him to do.
Give away his own honeymoon money.
Yeah, and they were real friendships.
Yeah, that was pretty extreme. If it's good, but like, dang.
Yeah.
Just when he was about to travel, what he's been wanting.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Depression moment happens, the beginning of the Great Depression, everyone's crowded around the banks, and he has, what, $1,000? And he's giving it out to everyone. $2 left.
Mm.
Some people were like, but it's your money. It's like, that's okay. And, you know, he says it's a loan. Same thing with Violet. You know, he would give her money. He says it's a loan. Another example of his selflessness. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even the times when I wouldn't say he's trying to be selfish by, you know, splurging and going on a honeymoon. Like that's, you know, everyone gets a honeymoon normally. Or just to travel, like to do what he wants to do. Like there's a point when he visits Mary after she comes back home and he, you know, when he gets angry, it's always misdirected anger.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes it out on his kids or Mary at the time before they were married. And he's like yelling, I want to do what I want to do. She triggered him. He was fine and he was more casual. But she said, I was homesick for Bedford Falls. And then he's like, homesick for Bedford Falls?
Mm.
Why would you be homesick for here? Because he's been wanting to leave. And that kind of started to get him angry and angry. He wanted to travel, and every single time he tried, any instance taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
He did everything for others. He stayed home. Like during the war, there wasn't much shown through the war, but we would hear like, this person's doing this. His brother is getting the award of freedom. Like,
And it was also, wasn't it his brother, he saved his brother's life when they were young, and then he got his ear messed up.
Yeah, it goes
And
deaf.
then he wasn't able to go to war and get a medal. And yeah.
but that's interesting. So the ear, that's not talked about throughout the film. It's kind of mentioned, it's obviously shown in that first moment where the angels are having their commentary watching this moment back. But we don't hear about that too much. In the beginning, when he's getting hit by Mr. Gower, he's like, my bad ear, my bad ear. But that doesn't continue. That's not much of a focus anymore throughout the film.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, was that... it's hard to point to any criticism about this film because it is such a great film.
Mm.
But do you think that was kind of a lacking moment?
Which part? Say it again, I'm sorry.
To not continue the focus of the ear. I know there was much more to focus on, but it just kind of faded out and it didn't really get mentioned anymore.
I don't know that it needed to be like brought back. It was just another part of his story. I don't know that it necessarily needed.
Because it didn't really limit him.
Yeah.
I mean, when he was a kid, I guess it was a bigger deal, but...
He probably adapted to...
Yeah, like it's not like he needed sign language or anything, because, you know, it was one ear instead of like... If it was both, that would be kind of weird if they just abandoned it. But like, otherwise, I think it's okay. Yeah. I think it was just like a plot device just to not get him to be able to go to war and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it was just like another example of how he sacrificed something so someone else could have their success.
At age 12, he went in and saved his brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's like lived his life for, saving people. But I mean, that's who he is, man. That's like that's our Christmas hero, I guess.
Here's one kind of controversial thing that he does. Mr. Gower, when he taints the pills that he was going to send out, towards the end, when he doesn't exist, we see that he had been in jail for 20 years because George never told on him about the pills that he was tainting with the poison. So even though we see what happens to Mr. Gower, and it's pretty awful, like he's squirted with water at the bar, and we're hearing that he's been in jail for doing this terrible thing. Do you think George should have told someone about him putting something in the pills, that poison?
I vaguely remember this part. I don't remember this part that well.
So here's the tricky thing, because I'm trying to remember exactly how it works. I know the pills thing, but I'm even like reading here. It says George flees Potter's.
This was in the very beginning.
Right. Because it says Mr. Gower was imprisoned for manslaughter in the alternate reality because George was not there to stop him from poisoning the customer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. He should have stopped him, right? Like that would be the good thing.
It would have been, but then we see what happens if he wasn't around and he would have been in prison for 20 years. So should he have told someone about the tampering with the pills?
No. Because it's like, was he doing that on purpose though? Was he trying to poison a customer?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Oh.
George was trying to poison?
No, Mr. Gower.
And he stopped, and George prevented it.
Right. But I didn't think it was on purpose. I thought he was like trying to take like the cheap route. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to like stretch a product.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, that part I had trouble.
I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, crap. Yeah. Now I'm interested again. I feel like he didn't mean to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like he was trying to.
I do remember. Yeah, it did seem like it was an accident.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we want to go to Reddit for a quick second, it says, why did the druggist have a bottle of poison? And it says it's literally labeled poison.
Was it rat poison?
I don't know if they were specific on what type of poison it was.
Someone did ask if it was rat poison. Then someone said that's the only logical thing.
It might have been rat poison or like animal poison. It was labeled poison, or it just had like the skull and crossbones?
I think it just says poison.
Okay.
Yeah, it just straight up says poison. That's kind of weird, actually.
I think it was an accident.
But then it's still pretty stupid that he would like put poison in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it says poison, oh, someone says, my guess is that he had it because he was going to kill himself after he heard about Robert.
Oh yeah, because his dad had passed, and that's the note that George kind of like looks at, and he goes to ask if he's okay.
Yeah, I think it was an accident. Like I'm forgetting the movie, but you know, like when you're not looking at something and you like put salt instead of sugar or something like that, or like if something's nearby. But let's say like you're supposed to be pouring chicken broth to make soup and you have a bottle of like dish detergent and you're not looking, you just like squirt it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it's that type of situation. And then George sees him and it's like, no, you idiot. Like, don't do that. I feel like that's what it is. Someone says it's reserved for customers who didn't pay, but I think they're just being facetious.
Huh. So when he goes off on an errand that Mr. Gower sends him on, he goes to his father and uncle's office. And Mr. Potter is there in a meeting with him. And even at 12, George is the only person that stands up to him. Why wasn't anyone else? Obviously because of the amount of money he has. With money comes power. But why didn't anyone else stand up to Potter? Because later in the film, when his dad passes away and he's in that big meeting, and Potter's, just saying terrible things about his dad, and George is just taking it. And it's a full meeting room, and George is the only one talking and standing up for his dad. Men that have worked with his dad for years,
Yeah.
no one is saying anything but George. How is he the only person?
Probably just scared. Because he's got money and power, and adults are more worried about money than children would be.
Yeah, and it could be also because it's the Great Depression, so they're afraid of, if something goes wrong, losing their job.
But this was before, yeah.
Oh, this is before, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's probably just more, people always worry about losing their job, losing money.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be easier for a kid to stand up for something than an adult.
But he continues to do so as he gets older. Like, he was 12, he was yelling at Potter, and through the years, we still see him standing up for himself and for his company that he inherited, even though he didn't want it.
Yeah. It's also, hard, I think. Not a lot of people in general, I think, are great at standing up for themselves. So, that's just who he was, as a person, who his character was. And that's kind of why people liked him, too, because he would stand up for other people as well as himself.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Let's see.
More notes.
I always have my notes.
Good stuff.
Are you going to make the comparison to the 20?
That's later.
Later? I want it now.
I do. I'm nervous because I know I have my cousin's thing at 7, and my mom wants to leave at 6. And it wouldn't be bad, but then it's the traffic. So ask your most interesting questions.
We have only been doing it for 43 minutes.
That's a long time.
That's pretty good.
That's half my episodes now.
Well, it's a Christmas special episode.
Oh my God, no.
Give us the comparison.
Yeah,
No,
we're excited.
not yet. So we see him.
We're going to flip this table right over if you don't.
Dr. Julian would love that.
We'll blame it on you. We'll be like, Elizabeth, she got really mad and she said, screw you guys.
That's exactly what I heard.
Yeah.
So then he goes to the class of 1928 graduating party, and he's dancing with Mary, and that's, an instant, they both instantly fall in love from across the room.
Mm.
So they're immediately dancing with each other, and these two guys are trying to mess with him. So they're like, oh, let's open up the pool right below him.
Mm-hmm.
This moment, I just feel like it's a metaphor for his life, because these two guys plot to drop George into the swimming pool underneath, and they fall in. Everyone else is seeing what's happening. They're still dancing. They're fine. They're having a good time. And then the pool is just opened underneath, and they fall right in, but they continue dancing.
Mm.
Completely unfazed. Because
He's in love.
What?
He's in love, right?
Yes, but that's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at someone is doing him dirty. He's dealt with so much through his life that we come to realize, he doesn't get to do what he wants. He's being stuck in Bedford Falls, which is exactly what he doesn't want. He has to run the company because Potter is the only condition of me not taking over is for you to stay here and run this company, which is a whole other layer of villainous control and power that he uses over him. But he just keeps on going. He carries on. And I felt like that moment is very much a metaphor for his life. Did you guys catch that too?
I think each moment you can make that draw to it. Each moment is a problem coming up in his life or something bad happening to him and him just rolling on with it. It's like that every single time until he hits his breaking point later in the film. That's what brings kind of the angel in.
I agree.
Every time he grows up, it's something bad happens and he's just keep moving on, keep going forward until he doesn't anymore.
The only good thing he has going for him is his kindness and his family, which maybe that's why he gets a lovely family, because he's kind. I don't know. Because he's pretty kind.
He's very kind. But one of the most interesting parts about the breakdown, and then we see what life would be like if he wasn't born, was how different of a town it would have been if he wasn't around. These dodgy places, the police have more negative intentions, and the taxi drivers, so do they. They signal, oh, this guy's weird, this guy's crazy, follow me. They're wrestling with Violet it's filled with clubs and dance places and bars and a completely different community. And it just shows how the influence of a positive figure in leadership has for community.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the more nightmarish part that we see when he's, seeing what life would be like if he wasn't around almost looks like reality, honestly. It's interesting how one man in power can influence how the entire community is. Like before that, people were trusting of another. Even when he snaps out of that sequence of seeing what life would be like when he wasn't around, a police officer comes up to him and he's like, "Sir, can I help you?" And he snaps, he gets freaked out because he thought it was just as he was seeing how life would be like without him. But that's how cops were when he was around. Like, they're kinder. It's completely different. And I don't know, there's just a comparison to reality that I see where Potter's more in power. Like, it's what, Potterville? That's what it's called? That was one of the biggest takeaways. I thought that was really interesting portrayal of how different society would be when there's a positive leader in charge or if there's a negative leader.
Yeah, there's a lot of underhanded political things that we see in this. It's not really a political film, but like politicians, financial people, I guess you can say, are all pretty questionable. I guess people are pretty skeptical after the Depression and like World War II. So like none of these people are really like positive influences. And then it's like kind of like the glorification of the poor to a degree. So like Jimmy Stewart is considered this lovely character. Even the angel looks kind of down on his luck. Like all the good people are in unprivileged positions, or at least it appears that way.
It's also a lot of commentary about greed and how greed makes us unhappy and wanting more makes us unhappy. And then a lot of times in film, you'll see those government figures or bankers or whatever are going to be those representations of greed as well.
I mean, we don't see that at all with George Bailey, but I mean, with Potter, do we know what kind of business he runs and why he's so rich?
They say it in the film, I think. He just has a lot of money and he's buying out a lot of the local businesses.
And like housing developments and like everything.
Yeah. He's just wealthy, so like the depression's not affecting him. It's affecting all the other people and he's like taking advantage of that.
Yeah, it could be some kind of old money or something like that.
When Bailey Park opened, I think it's called Bailey Park, one guy was like, "It's so nice to own my own home and it's not owned by Potter."
Yeah.
Because Potter owns like
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
Everything except for the business that James Stewart runs. That's the only thing, and that's what he's been after. And he thinks he got it after the $8,000 goes missing, aka he has it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm going to give a warrant out for your arrest and everything." I lost my train of thought.
We want the comparison, Elizabeth. Give us the comparison.
The comparison, it's the highlight of
to the audience,
the episode.
She's been holding this comparison over our heads, and she knows we're interested.
So the writing in this film...
I just don't want to miss it.
Okay.
I feel like it's a good one, because I can't seem to guess. And it's not Black Panther 2, apparently.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness.
You haven't seen Black Panther 2, or you haven't seen the film you're comparing?
You asked me this question
I'd asked that already. You're confusing me. Your response is confusing.
I'm almost there. I'm on page 2.
What page is it on?
Page 5.
5? Elizabeth.
There's no way I'll be able to make it till the end.
Goodness gracious.
So when they're throwing stones at the old house that becomes their house later on, I don't know if the homeowner at the time or the neighbor, he says, "Youth is wasted on the wrong people." I thought that was an interesting line. Did that stick out to you as well?
It did not.
Nope.
No. I mean, because people still say that now.
Yeah.
Phrases like that.
Isn't that interesting? It still carries?
It is not interesting.
It's not interesting?
No. Well, I mean, just certain sayings just last forever because they're always going to be real things. It's like saying, "I only have 2 arms," because like humans will always only have 2 arms.
Okay. So Harry comes back from school, and that's when he's thinking, "Oh, I get to go off and finally it'll be my time to do what I want." Then he brings home his surprise, he has a wife, and she's like, "Oh, my dad offered him a job." He stops in his tracks. He gets so concerned. And Harry's like, she spoke out of turn. Turns out she didn't. So George is still stuck in Bedford Falls. Last thing he wants. And then there's a party, And I love this little moment. I think it's his Uncle Billy who's very drunk. He's like, where's my hat? And it's on his head. So he takes the hat off of his head, he holds it behind his back or something, and then he gives it right to him. I thought that was very funny. But he also tosses his travel brochures and tickets away, once again, because he's not going to be able to go. So he's talking with Violet, and she asks, do you ever get tired of reading things? He says yes. Because that's all he does. He never gets to experience places.
Right. Yeah.
He's stuck just reading about these places.
That's a good point.
Thank you. Do either of you ever feel like that? Or have you felt like that? Like you're always just reading about places and you want to experience them?
I guess at times. Like if it's something really far off that, seems hard to get to, I'd say so.
I'm a big experience guy, so I always try. But you also don't need to go to, the other side of the world to have meaningful experiences in life.
That's true, but that's what he's after.
Sometimes you can have a meaningful experience on a walk down the street.
All the simple pleasures in life.
And that was the kind of the theme of the movie. He thinks the meaning of life is to travel to all these places, but really the meaning of life was at home with his family all along. The adventure he was looking for, he was already in it. He just had to look up from the book and realize he was living it.
But do you think after he received all this money on Christmas Eve that maybe he will get to travel now with his newfound wealth?
Perhaps.
I could see that happening.
One day he'll travel.
I hope he doesn't go bankrupt again, so he'll probably travel somewhere.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, if that moment at Christmas Eve is set in 1946 when the film comes out, I'm not sure if it is. But
You think he's dead?
No, I was just going to say the 50s are right around the corner. It's the end of the war, and then there's all the consumerism.
Vietnam.
Probably died.
What?
He's probably dead.
He's probably dead?
Yeah, at this point.
Okay.
I would say, oh, you mean now in real life?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, James Stewart isn't around, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
He wouldn't have gone to Vietnam, though.
Well, this is James Stewart's first film he did after he served in the war.
World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying he wouldn't have gone to Vietnam.
No.
You're saying he's too old? He would have been too old for Vietnam?
Yeah, well, he couldn't because of his ear either. He wasn't able to serve in World War II.
Oh. Oh, you're talking about the character.
Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about the actor. I was like, wait a minute. Okay.
Confusing us.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, wait a minute.
Sorry. Apologies. See that
Give us the
comparison.
I feel like I'm going to have to leave soon, but you're going to say the comparison like right when I walk out. I'm going to have to leave my SD card with you.
Well, you have my SD card, so.
Yeah. So you take this one, and then I'll hold on to yours.
Okay. So, in the part of the notes, it's talking about the start of the Great Depression and through that bank scene, which I thought was really cool because it's this mystery of how it really started and who started it, yet we're seeing it unfold in this film. I thought that was interesting. And the line, we've got to stick together so Potter doesn't take over.
No, it's very good. Very wholesome.
It's almost like another movie that came out recently.
Yeah, what's that movie called?
What's the name of that?
I'm on page 4, okay?
You got one more page? Just flip it over. Who needs page 4?
Elizabeth, I'll tell you whatever secret you want to know about me. Well, it depends. Within reason.
What are you doing, Cole?
Trying to read what the comparison is.
Listen, don't worry about Cole. Just keep talking to me.
No, if he's like putting his head, I want to know what he's doing. Let me.
Oh, Elizabeth.
I got to hit the road, kid.
You came in late.
Like 10 minutes.
Let him know the comparison.
10 minutes. So, as I mentioned,
Why don't we'll do the comparison and then we'll come back to page 4.
Listen, you guys, I'm almost there. So, one thing about George Bailey, he, as we said, very selfless, but he makes a lot of sacrifices. He sacrifices basically his life so others can live theirs. And another one, as I mentioned, he gives away their honeymoon money, and they have $2 left in the bank that day. Enough to stay open another day so Potter doesn't take over.
I'm not hearing a comparison. I don't care about George Bailey.
George Bailey would tell us, be more like George Bailey. He would sacrifice page 4 for the comparison.
That is very true. He would.
Not even all of you're halfway through
Done
page
with
4.
page 4. I'm almost on page 5.
You're being too...
Okay, so there's one point where he meets with Potter. His chair is intentionally low. What a power move that is.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I'm just going to miss the comparison.
Potter gives him like this offer, like $20,000 a year, all this, you can travel. And he is so close to falling under his spell. Then he shakes his hand and it becomes real because he was honestly thinking about, yeah, I'm probably going to take this offer. Then he shakes his hand, and then he's like, wait a minute. Back to reality. He starts yelling, and then he's like, no, I'm not taking the offer. He leaves. He comes home to Mary, and he's hearing his voice in his head, his own voice. And I wrote, when something bad happens, the good comes next. Like, the sun sets every day, but always comes back the next day. And that sort of got me into my comparison.
Oh my goodness.
The wheels were turning. As I said, everyone but George escapes Bedford Falls with huge accomplishments during the war. So this comparison that you guys are like so excited to hear.
Still haven't heard it.
I'm about to say it. Just bear with me, because you might not fully understand it at first, but just bear with me.
Spit it out.
I've compared it to the whale.
Okay, interesting.
Such an
The tone is-
unexciting comparison.
You haven't even heard the explanation. So the tone is completely different. In the whale, everything goes bad for Charlie. We see all this misfortune happen to him, and it just gets sad.
He's not like a likable character, though.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah, but you don't like him. He's selfish.
I know, but
It's like the opposite of George.
It's a good point.
I know, but I'm talking about in
I'm
the
gonna
way
pick
that
apart your comparison now.
Yeah, see, this is where you should have started.
I know. I
could have had
I could have
fun.
spent 25 minutes
You two going back and forth
picking it
over
apart.
the whale and It's a Wonderful Whale.
I said it could have been portrayed so
Wonderful
differently.
It's a wonderful.
I was just trying to say that in the tone is so different, but the bad things happening to nothing going their way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comparison I
his
find
fault.
what?
It's his fault, though.
Some of it.
Charlie's
But
fault.
Some of it. But that kind of just doesn't lighten up. Just darkness just keeps, and he's, Charlie's a positive guy. We see George Bailey, he always stays afloat for everyone else. He doesn't really go into the negative until later in the film. But I don't know, I kind of compared those two. It's a very different tone, and that's why I was like, I'm not sure if you guys will fully understand what I'm seeing.
I see what you're saying,
Okay.
but I disagree.
Yeah, kind of same there. Like I see where you're going with it, but
It's not a fully developed theory.
it's very
It's a stretch.
yeah. It is. On one hand, it was exciting. I didn't expect you to say the whale.
Thank you.
I forgot about that
I
movie.
thought it was Black Panther too.
I thought it was going to be like a good movie.
The whale was good.
Oh,
Really sad, but it was good. So it's Christmas Eve,
it's Christmas.
and everyone makes a fuss about his brother's homecoming, getting the Medal of Honor. But it's interesting because George has like misdirected anger, and he takes it out on other people. But it doesn't stay. He doesn't hold it as a grudge. He was so happy for his brother.
Right. Yeah, he loves his brother.
Yeah. He didn't hold a grudge to it, which I thought was interesting. And then the $8,000 goes missing, which today would be $114,482.23.
Dang, that's a lot of money.
That's insane.
The thing is, as I have to slide out of here, and I'm going to leave you my SD card.
All right, Joshua is leaving the episode early.
Guys, I would like to say I had a great time. I will say that my one profound quote is that the only person George Bailey seems to hold a grudge against is himself, because he can't seem to really forgive himself until the angel at the end, like, kind of patches him up.
That was wonderful. Was that your quote, or was that a quote from the movie?
No, that was for me.
Oh, that was
I
beautiful.
mean, it should have been in the movie.
I could have seen the angel saying that to him. Joshua's dropping the mic.
I am.
See ya.
All right, see ya.
So, Cole, now it's just us.
Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
There is a point where George is yelling at Uncle Billy for the $8,000 that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't see James Stewart's face at all. We just see his back, and we see Billy's reaction, scared and, freaking out too, because the bank examiner is there. They don't have the money. And I didn't understand why we weren't seeing his face until, I guess, at the end. Like, I was kind of waiting and hoping they would cut to James Stewart's face, like yelling at him. But I understand why they didn't, because they wanted to emphasize that emotion later in the film when he is really like freaking out, seeing what's happening in the world and the community when he's not around. We are seeing those close-ups of him yelling and screaming and panicking. And they wanted to emphasize that emotion and separate it from the George Bailey in real life, the nice guy. That's kind of what I thought. Because there must have been a reason why they didn't cut to seeing his face yelling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that too when you were watching it?
No, I don't remember the... Listen, Elizabeth. I didn't realize this is what the topic was today. I would have rewatched it last night. I swear. I thought we were just talking about Christmas movies in general. I didn't realize it was the focused one. So I'm like trying to remember. I mean, I remember him yelling, but I don't remember the specific camera work. I should be more prepared for these, Elizabeth. I should. As a 10-time... How many?
15 times.
15? You know, you would think I would know how to co-host.
You would think. Again, you insert yourself as co-host. I think that's funny.
I'm co-host. Anyways, you'd think as a co-host I would know how to co-host, but I feel like I don't remember you saying we were going to do It's a Wonderful Life.
I know I texted it to you.
I'm going to look up the text. You keep going. I'm listening.
All right. So after the $8,000 is gone, weirdly, we see a squirrel jump on Billy's arm. Wasn't that strange?
I thought it was strange too.
And there was a crow in the office too, but the squirrel just jumps on, like, I don't know if we saw a squirrel before that, but it just jumps on his arm.
You didn't say in your text, you said we should do the podcast.
Keep looking. When he comes home, he doesn't say anything to his family about what's going on at work.
Oh, you call it here, our Christmas episode. You sent me like 3 episodes.
I asked Home Alone or It's a Wonderful Life, and you said It's a Wonderful Life. So as I was saying, he comes home, his son sits on his lap, and he just starts crying and hugging him. And then we see a close-up of Mary.
You did ask me about It's a Wonderful Life. That was in October. You should have reminded me
Oh my God.
that it was It's a Wonderful Life. You're executive producer.
Of my own podcast?
And co-host.
You are diminishing. I edit, I promote, I'm the host, I plan and research all these things.
And I'm co-host.
Oh boy.
You get all those titles, and I get co-host.
Okay. So,
Are you gonna cut that out? I can see it in your face when you're gonna cut something out.
I have to cut out so much. I don't know what's usable about this episode.
Use all of it. I think this episode, just let it fly.
It's not so structured. It's very like...
Perfect. Structure is the enemy of success.
I was hoping we would get analytical here. That's why I came up with all this.
Analytical.
Ow.
I am so sorry, Elizabeth. That's my bad. I didn't mean to kick your foot. Although you probably did deserve it. You shouldn't edit the you should just upload the podcast as is.
That's funny.
Let the viewers absorb us, right? That's what's going to make the podcast, is the people.
I don't know about that. Anyway, his daughter has a cold, so he goes up to see her, but he's getting concerned because I think his brother had it cold when he was younger. He was getting nervous about that. He lashes out, again, misdirected anger on Zuzu's teacher on the phone. Then her husband gets on the line. And then the anger turns into physical violence at objects. He apologizes, but everyone else is stunned. His daughter on the piano is crying. And then we see the harsh lighting on his face. Another suggestion of the turn of he's just like panicking. He's absolutely not okay. That's obviously not the best way to say that. But he's like freaking out. He's, he does not know what to do. There's no money. He's about to lose his business. And then he goes to Potter for help. And he begs for help. Potter goes on and says, "You used to be cocky, conquer the world. Now you're begging for help." And he laughs at him. Wasn't that a very daunting moment to see him begging on his knees?
He went to make a deal with the devil, but an angel saved him.
Very poetic of you to say, yes. So then the scene that just like, I was starting to get emotional. I didn't cry watching this film. I was close.
Heartless.
Okay, here we go again. He is at the bar, crying, shaking, panicking. And that is an emotion that we don't really see in Jimmy Stewart roles, I don't think. I mean, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, he's working tirelessly to get justice. In Vertigo, he is like obsessed with this woman and he feels like he's gone crazy, This is an emotion that we haven't really seen James Stewart portray. He didn't win his Oscar for this performance, but...
Should have.
Yeah, he should have. That scene was incredible. So he's about to leave the bar, and then the husband of Zuzu's teacher punches him to the ground. He crashes his car into a tree. The homeowner is yelling at him. He's wandering around in the snow. He's contemplating suicide. And then Clarence, wonderful Clarence, comes around and he jumps in to help him after Clarence jumps in. Even at his lowest moment, he snaps out of his own suicide contemplation to help others.
How many pages in this?
I'm on page 7. I'm almost on 9.
You got 9 pages?
Yes.
You should let me read page 7.
Sure.
I'm the answer to your prayer, Clarence. I like Clarence. You put that there in your notes.
I did. He's funny.
Have you ever thought about how different life would be if you were never born?
Yes, have you?
That's a good question. I think I have thought about it. Next question.
You know, it would really help me out if you guys elaborated.
I'll elaborate.
Thank you.
I'll elaborate just to, trying to get a good Christmas bonus as co-host. So, I think more about what it would be like after I die than if I was never born. I always kind of wonder, like, what kind of impact am I having on people? What are people going to think about me when I'm no longer here? If something, God forbid, were to happen to me, would I have left an impact? Would I have done good things with my life? Which is in a way similar to if you had never been born, if your life ends at a young age, similar to that. If I was never born, it's kind of a depressing thought. Like, all these people I love wouldn't even care because they wouldn't have ever known me, So I don't think I think about, like, never being born. I think it's just more about, like, dying and, like, how depending on what you think about the afterlife and everything. But you may never know what people think after you're gone. But what about you? Do you think about how different life would be if you were never born?
I have thought about it a little bit, but not too much. And it's been a while, actually, since I have thought about it. So
I'd be sad if you were never born, Elizabeth.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said.
You're welcome.
Only Joshua was here to hear that.
It's a good thing he's not here.
Yeah.
I only said it because he wasn't. But no, I appreciate your friendship, Elizabeth. I enjoy our podcast, our banter. This is something that brings joy into my life and into other people's lives.
Thank you.
So if you were never born, there'd be a little bit less joy in the world.
Aw, that is so nice. I might make that the teaser for this episode.
The teaser? Yeah. Just because I said something nice?
Yes! Just have that marked. Cole said something nice about me.
And if Jared Leto was never born...
Oh my God. Next question. You have my notes, so I have less of a power position right now.
Would I want to be visited by an angel? I think I get visited by angels all the time in human form. Really? And they just don't know they're angels.
Really? How so?
They're just good people who do good things. So, I guess the answer to the question is yes. I like when good people come into my life. And hopefully I can embody somewhat of what it means to be an angel. Even just a little bit, I think that's important to try. I think, like I was saying earlier, I really think about the "no man is a failure who has friends" quote a lot. But I also think about, like, in a way, I kind of want to be George Bailey. I never will be. I don't think anyone will ever be. He's a fictional character. But his selflessness, I think, is a good thing to aspire to. His care for his family, his dedication to doing the right thing, standing up for the little guy, being a leader, helping people. I think that's something worth aspiring to.
Yeah.
And in a way, George Bailey is an angel himself to all these other people.
Yeah.
So that's my answer to that question.
That was a very good answer, Cole.
Would you want to be an angel like Clarence if it was a real job? Well, I guess I kind of answered that already. Maybe not specifically like Clarence, although that isn't. See, I read a book similar to this. It was called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. It's about this guy dies and he goes to heaven and he meets almost like a Clarence type figure. He meets 5 different people who he impacted their life in some way. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty thought-provoking.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Did you read that book that Clarence wrote in, the Mark Twain book?
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Yeah.
Yes, I've read Tom Sawyer. Actually, fun story, my dad read it to me and my brother when we were kids.
Oh, okay. Do you find any similarities between that book and this story? Because I wonder...
It's been so long since I read Tom Sawyer. I was like 5 or 6. I mean, in a way, they're all like coming of age stories, all about like the meaning of life. So you have those similarities that you can draw from it.
Okay.
Is there a moment that you find the most heartbreaking? Do you have a favorite shot in the film? I don't have a favorite shot just because I don't remember shot by shot, just because I haven't seen it. It's been a year since I saw it last. I do remember there's a lot of really good shots. I like the shot where he's got his daughter on his head. I think that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Most heartbreaking moment, right after he blows up and his children are crying. And they're like, what's wrong with daddy? And then Mary, like, pray for your dad or whatever. That scene's pretty heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm. I thought the scene where he goes to see his mom and she doesn't know who he is. And then seeing the gravestone of his younger brother.
The whole angel experience where no one recognizes, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I also think in a way the ending is heartbreaking. In a positive, it's like a positive heartbreaking type. Like that'll tear me up sometimes or choke me up.
Have you ever gotten emotional watching this?
Oh, every single time. I mean, I've seen it twice, and at both times I got choked up.
Wow. Is there a specific part, or is it at the end?
The end. Usually, it's like a build though. It like builds you up.
Absolutely.
Especially at the end. And then when his brother says to George Bailey, the richest man in town, that usually chokes me up.
Yeah. And then everyone's singing in his house. The whole town is like crowded in his house.
Mm-hmm. And those are like tears of joy and happiness. But
yeah. But that's a perfectly way to say it, a build-up, because that's how it feels when you get to that point. That's how I felt, because there were points where I felt like, oh, I'm getting emotional, I'm going to cry. It was just very sad, but just amazing what they did for him.
Yeah. This is how we should do it. You should write questions, and then I'll ask the questions.
But then that takes over host duties.
No,
Then I don't feel as much of a host anymore.
No, you're doing a great... I like our banter right now. I like reading. You got these good questions.
Thank you.
This is good. We should try this more often. I should write questions.
Yes. Well, I'm a little concerned for what your questions would be. But maybe Pleasantville, because I know we've been wanting to do an episode on that.
Oh, I did watch that again recently.
Oh, man. I got to find it.
With his newfound wealth, do you think? Oh, you asked these questions about the money already.
Yeah. I try and write out, but if we just happen to bring up something, then I'll bring it up then. So it does come up out of order sometimes, but I try. But we're getting close to a camera shot that I really want to talk about. It's on page 8.
Whoa, runs out of the house, comes up to camera, half lit.
Yeah, I go into more detail on the last page, on page 9, because I went back and watched it again like 5 times or something. I love that shot because we see it's a stationary shot. The camera doesn't really move. He leaves the home where his mom is. He runs up to the camera, the split lighting on his face, like shadowed on one side, half lit, and he's turning his head slowly. Do you think he looks at the camera in that moment? Because it looks like he kind of does.
Well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Why do you think it's important if he does look at the camera?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, like what kind of impact or how is the audience supposed to react to that? I've been trying to figure that out. I can't quite get there. But I am wondering, if he does look at the camera, what does that mean, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's something I've been realizing lately with just watching films and just from analyzing and thinking about acting. The eyes tell you a lot about the story. And in that moment, maybe he looks into the camera, but as the audience, you're looking George Bailey in the eyes and you're seeing the defeat or the fear or the sadness or whatever emotion he's feeling. You're absorbing that. So that could be it. And really it's like a pivotal emotional point in the film. The eyes are going to tell you, especially in a good actor like
James Stewart. He's one of the greatest.
Yeah. That's going to be the moment when you're like, you want to see the emotion.
Yeah. And the score isn't as frontal or forefront of the scene, but there's this haunting tone in this moment through the score in the background. So for him to be staring at the camera in this maybe 1 second moment as he's like rotating his face, wide-eyed, just panics, I really wish I could figure that out because I'm trying to understand exactly what that meaning is. And I feel like we're getting close, but I can't word it. I have to work on that further.
No.
I hate when that happens because I'm like, I can see a moment and I know there's something there, but my whole analysis on it is not quite ready.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you feel something.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's important. And that's why it's a great film. And that's what makes great films, is you know something's there. Maybe you don't know why or what even, but you know something's there. And I think some of the best films do that. That's important.
Yes.
I think that was the last question.
Are you sure?
Well, there was like everything else we had already asked. We talked about the money a little bit.
Yeah. So that was one of my questions. I was kind of confused. Is the money he's receiving from everyone going to the bank or directly?
It's a gift, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Because he gave $8,000 of his own money to cover them, and all these people helped him in reverse.
But he seems to be getting a lot more than $8,000. And I don't know if that $8,000 was even his money. I thought that was just the bank's money, right?
Yeah, because like the rules about the bank is you have to have a certain number to stay open. Or if like you have to be able to balance. I don't exactly understand how it works, but it's like you have to be able to cover the deposits or whatever.
Yeah. Do you think that George will ever get to, assuming Potter lives a few years more, have a reversal of power moment and buy Potter out of his businesses and wealth, and maybe Potter is the one in the, this won't happen, I don't think, but Potter being in the lower chair, will James Stewart have the higher chair at some point, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if that's something he desires, you know? In a way, he kind of has the higher chair already.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and I think that's kind of the realization he has, is that he doesn't need money to have power or to have happiness. The power and happiness comes from love and your family.
It's true.
I think that's a good note to end it on, Melissa.
I think so. I was going to say, if Joshua was here, thank you both very much for joining me today.
We'll thank him in spirit.
Yes, he'll listen to this and he'll know he's thanked. Is there anything you would like to end our episode with today? A plug, a quote, film recommendation, anything?
I recommend go watch this movie. I think it's the perfect time of year to go see it. It's a lovely film. I enjoy it. Very emotional, very in spirit with the holiday season. So this will come out right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So have a happy Christmas. Hanukkah will probably be over.
I think Hanukkah's happening right now.
Yeah, right now. So I hope everyone has a good safe holiday season, good holiday season. Enjoy the time with your family, with your friends. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else.
It's a Wonderful Life might be playing at some theaters. Some theater chains are playing it again, so
I wonder if Sunray has it.
they might. Cinemark does, I know that.
Cinemark has it?
Yeah,
That's
for like
cool.
2 days at least. So if you get the opportunity to see it in theaters, that's obviously the best way to watch it. If you haven't seen it already, it's a great watch. It's obviously regarded as one of the greatest Christmas films of all time to this day. I mean, it's so surprising it wasn't a hit back in the day when it came out. It's so good, and it's definitely the new addition to my top 5 Christmas films. So
Cool.
I really enjoyed it. Another Jimmy Stewart Christmas film you should check out is The Shop Around the Corner. Josh and I were talking about that earlier. It's funny, another romantic dynamic. James Stewart is obviously excellent. But yeah, so again, thank you both, Cole, saying this to you in person, for joining me today. And thank you all for listening and supporting this podcast. There's been more listeners in the past 2 episodes, so very appreciative. Thank you very much. And until next time, happy holidays, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Special thanks to Cole Echevarria, Joshua Smith, Dr. Jillian Smith, Caitlin Fitzpatrick, and Josie Cruz. This episode was recorded on December 8th, 2023.